Hello Transmanians, and welcome to another journey video. So during the fall of 2024, I was in Montreal. In this video, I rode on the Montreal Transit System by riding on bus route 439 Express P9, then transferred to the Montreal Metro and got off at the Montreal Central Station, aka Gare Centrale de Montréal. From there, I rode on Via Rail, Train 63, where I rode on Via's new Siemen's Venture trains for the first time. In Toronto, I got off at Toronto's Union Station, rode the Toronto subway, and got off at Keele Station, where the trip ends. What was the experience like on the Siemen's Venture trains? Check out this video for more. We are in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, at the Jarry Street P9 Bus Rapid Transit Station on the P9 BRT of the Montreal Transit System. The P9 Bus Rapid Transit Corridor spans P9 Boulevard in Montreal, extending from Sainte-Catherine Street in Hochelaga-Maisonneuve to Saint-Martin in Laval. Following 4 years of construction, most of the P9 BRT stations were inaugurated in November 2022, with the final stations opening in 2023. The route is currently operated by the 439 bus route. Historically, an express bus service operated on P9 Boulevard from 1990 to 2002 under the Société de Transport de la Communauté Urbaine de Montréal, now known as the Société de Transport de Montréal, aka the STM. The service was discontinued due to safety concerns following pedestrian fatalities. I like the bus stations on the P9 BRT. What makes them unique is the barriers for the 3 doors of the bus. To some degree, it kind of reminds me of those automatic glass doors on a metro system. I already paid my fare before making this video. At the time of recording this, the single fare for Zone A is $3.75. So this is bus route 439 Express P9 that was going to the P9 Montreal Metro Station. As you can see, the fare machine for the bus was busted, which meant a free ride. But considering that I already paid my fare, none of that mattered. So this is the P9 Metro station on the Green Line. Near the station is the Montreal Olympic Stadium, built in the mid-1970s as the main venue for the 1976 Summer Olympics. With my ticket in hand, I had to put it in this slot of the fare gate. I was going to take a train heading to Angrignon Station. The station I was going to get off at was Berri-UQAM for the Orange Line.
Prochaine station, Joliette.
And from Berri-UQAM, I was going to take the train to Bonaventure.
Attention à tous les voyageurs. Le train devra ralentir à l'approche de la prochaine station. Veuillez bien vous tenir. Merci de votre compréhension. Prochaine station, Champ de Mars. Station Bonaventure.
It was a good commute both on the bus and the train, with no delays. From the metro station was a slightly lengthy walk to Gare Centrale, which can be accessed through a series of tunnels. The Montreal Central Station is at the center of the Quebec City-Windsor corridor. The station opened in 1943 and rebuilt in 1967 when Place Bonaventure was opened. It is also the second biggest rail station in Canada, with Toronto being at first. This station also services via trains to Halifax, Amtrak trains to New York City, and EXO trains that goes around Greater Montreal. And lastly, the new Réseau Express Métropolitain comes to this station with trains heading to Brossard and later extensions to Bois-Franc and Deux Montagnes, just north of the city. This station is pretty good to look at, just as good as Toronto Union Station's The Great Hall. Via Rail Train 63 to Toronto was going to depart at 8:46 a.m. Depending on what day and what time you book your trip, an economy ticket from Montreal to Toronto could cost you as low as 55 Canadian dollars. Along with that was a $7 fee for seat selection. If you want a good head start to the train, you would have to stand in line for a good while, which brings us to the first issue of this journey. Boarding was delayed for almost a half hour, and as a result of the delayed boarding, that meant the departure was going to be delayed too. So after standing around for about an hour, my legs being tired, it was finally time to board. My ticket got scanned at the front of the escalator and was going to be scanned again while riding on the train. And here it is. The Via Rail Siemens Venture trains, first delivers in October 2021.
On the left à gauche.
As you can see, the seating configuration of this particular economy car is 2x2. And this was my seat, 13D. And this is the major problem with seat selection on Via. The problem with Via Rail is that there is no website dedicated to train seating maps. I'm talking about websites like seatguru.com, where there are seat reviews and color-coded systems indicating if the seat was good and bad. And let me tell you, this is a pretty bad seat. Don't sit here. What you are looking at is the car that I rode on with just one washroom. If you want a good window, avoid picking the seats which I X out. Alright, enough about window seats. How was the legroom? Well, just like the Bud cars and the LRC cars, it was great. The tray is solidly built and big enough for a laptop.
Good morning, everyone.
This is the economy seat car food and beverage menu. Once you order a food or a drink, it will be delivered to you by cart. This is the safety pamphlet for the car. At the back of the seat was a hook to hang something. Two power outlets and two USB outlets for each seat. What makes these trains unique was, instead of airplane-style doors for the luggage compartments, the space was open for you to see. On the train was also screens of the train stations, where you were located, the time, what train and car you were on, bathroom occupation sign, and how much speed the train was going, which was a nice touch. The seat's recliner was not bad, and you could also move the head cushion. And there was also blinds for each seat, even though it was kind of redundant, considering that each window shared 2 rows. But the biggest improvement was the Wi-Fi. Compared to the other train car fleets I had ridden on, the Siemens Venture train's Wi-Fi grants you access to YouTube with videos at a fair quality. The train departed the Montreal Central Station roughly 5 minutes late. One day before this train trip, I received an email from VIA warning me that arrival to Toronto was going to be delayed between 30 minutes to an hour. The reason for this was because of new speed restrictions for the Siemens Venture trains implemented by Canadian National Railway, the company that owns the tracks. The new trains had to reduce their speed at multiple public crossings between Windsor and Montreal. This was due to the fact that the trains were operating at 24 axles, when it was required that the Siemens train sets have 32 axles, an additional 8 axles on each train set. So as a safety precaution, there were now slow speed zones for the trains. As much as I was happy to ride the new trains, I was disappointed, understandably disappointed to be exact. Like I mentioned before in a previous video, Via Rail trains have garnered a negative reputation for frequent delays, with an on-time performance rating of 59% in 2023 and 57% in 2022. My prediction for the 2024 reports would show that the percentage would decrease even lower than 57%, especially after these new speed restrictions. My camera was going to get a better view of the window instead of me.
Silver handle, push up, twist, and push the entire window out one piece. Instruction.
On the Siemens trains, some of the announcements were automated.
Your attention please. We'll be stopping in Dorval in approximately 10 minutes. Si vous vous rendez à l'aéroport international Pierre-Elliott-Trudeau, vous devez descendre à cet arrêt. The Dorval station is the stop for passengers going to Pierre-Elliott-Trudeau International Airport. Pour votre sécurité, nous vous demandons de rester assis jusqu'à ce que le train s'immobilise complètement. N'oubliez pas de récupérer tous vos effets personnels avant de quitter le train. For your safety, we ask that you remain seated until the train comes to a complete stop. Please be sure to retrieve all personal belongings before leaving the train.
Let's take a look at this washroom of this car, which was wheelchair accessible. This is a pretty large washroom. It was well modernized with buttons to open and lock the doors. The train map screen was a nice touch too, and the area was well cleaned. Well, I'm going to shut my mouth now. Enjoy the rest of the train ride to Toronto.
Out of consideration for passengers boarding at other stations, please occupy the car and seat shown on your boarding pass. As a safety requirement, please ensure that all items placed in the overhead compartment are stored completely behind the edge of the overhead shelf. If you require any guidance, please ask a crew member.
Thank you.
All trains and station platforms are smoke-free environments. The use of electronic cigarettes is also forbidden. Please note that unsafe or disrespectful behavior towards passengers or crew members will not be tolerated, and that the consumption of personal alcoholic beverages is prohibited. If you require assistance at your destination, please let us know as soon as possible so we can make arrangements prior to arrival.
Thank you.
Please prepare your boarding pass for validation. If you have any questions or require further information, a crew member will be happy to assist you. Have a pleasant journey. Your attention please. We'll be stopping in Cornwall in approximately 10 minutes. Votre attention s'il vous plaît. Nous ferons un arrêt à Cornwall d'environ 10 minutes. For your safety, we ask that you remain seated until the train comes to a complete stop. Please be sure to retrieve all personal belongings before leaving the train. Pour votre sécurité, nous vous demandons de rester assis jusqu'à ce que le train s'immobilise complètement. N'oubliez pas de récupérer tous vos effets personnels avant de quitter le train.
the other one over there as well too. Okay. I don't think I'll have enough. Thank you. No, I'm good.
Your attention, please. We've just arrived at Kingston. Last call for Kingston. please. For those who joined us in Kingston, welcome on board. Votre attention s'il vous plaît. Pour ceux qui se sont joints à nous à Kingston, bienvenue à bord. Préparez vos cartes d'embarquement pour la validation. attention please. We'll be stopping in Oshawa in approximately 10 minutes. Votre attention s'il vous plaît. Nous ferons un arrêt à Oshawa d'environ 10 minutes.
of Europe, Canada, and our entire crew. It's been a pleasure having you on board with us today. We look forward to serving you soon. Thank you. Votre attention s'il vous plaît, notre prochaine gare, destination finale, sera la gare Union de Toronto dans environ 10 minutes.
Arrange-toi, il est là. Je vais t'écraser. C'est pas ça, non?
The train arrived at Toronto's Union Station roughly an hour late, the same projection via made in the email that they sent me. While I was riding the Siemen's trains, I did some thinking. As much as I was impressed with these modern train sets and their amenities, there was some missing potential. Of the entire VIA fleet, these new trains are the fastest, with their top speed being at 200 kilometers an hour. But because freight companies like CN and CP Rail own the majority of their tracks, and passenger rail companies having to comply to the mandates of these freight companies, like stopping for a train to pass or slowing down at public crossings, the Siemens train sets will never be able to get anywhere close to their top speed. The only solution to this problem is a high-speed rail line between Toronto and Quebec City, with trains going 300 kilometers an hour, but that is not going to happen anytime soon. Now that the train trip was done, it was a bonus ride on the Toronto subway. My trip was going to end at Keele Station, with a ride on Line 1 Yonge-University and Line 2 Bloor-Danforth, where the station is located.
Everybody's been scanned.
So parking goes up.
Please stand clear of the doors. Next station is St. Andrew Station. Attention passengers, this train is delayed due to track work ahead. The TTC apologizes for this inconvenience. Next station is Museum Station. Arriving at Museum Station. Doors will open on the left. Arriving at St. George Station. Change here for line 2. Doors will open on the left.
This is where the trip ends. From Montreal to Toronto took exactly 9 hours, a little longer than my mega bus journey from Toronto to Montreal, but that was probably due to the speed zones on VIA. And besides, my subway and metro trips are a lot longer in this video than my mega bus video, but overall, this was a decent trip. I really like the Siemens Venture trains, a great modern upgrade when compared to the other fleets. There needs to be improvement on the on-time performance, but overall, a decent journey.